What next for Derby County? Now, obviously, we've played the vast majority of pre-season with just one game left on Saturday afternoon. But it's a very, very interesting circumstance Derby County and their fan base find themselves in. Now, obviously, a brilliant victory last night against Solihull Moors. A 4-2 win with some really good performances from the likes of Corey Blackett-Taylor, Jake Rooney, and even the likes of Kento Helpmine. But what is next, and what does John Eustace need to do to make this team a solid championship outfit? Now, obviously, across the course of the last few weeks, we've discussed transfers, we've discussed the performances as well, but there's still a lot more that could happen. Now, what do you think that is? Make sure you let me know down in the comments. If you have not done so already, hit that like button, hit that follow button. If you're on YouTube Shorts, hit like and subscribe. There's a lot that Derby County and John Eustace need to do, and there's a lot that needs to be thought about. Now, should we get into it? I'm thinking of starting to do live watch-alongs, so I've chucked a poll over on YouTube community. If you have not done so already, make sure you head on over there, vote on that poll, let me know your thoughts on the live potential watch-alongs. We'll start in with this Saturday, the pre-season friendly at Pride Park Stadium, and then potentially the games I don't go to this season. So let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. There will be a poll over on YouTube community. Make sure you go and vote. Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets. Now, obviously, for Derby County, the transfer window is a big part of what is currently ongoing. And we saw just yesterday, Derby County announced the return of David Ozo to those midfield positions. We know that Derby County are also in the hunt to bring back Harrison Armstrong, and there's rumours suggesting that we want Lewis Kumas from Liverpool as well. Now, for me, there's obviously a lot of work that still needs to be done, but don't get me wrong, I think we're in a very, very good position in terms of the players that we do have in our squad. Now, obviously, when we do look at that squad, we've got to obviously discuss the caveats of the ongoing circumstances in regards to that of injuries. Obviously, yesterday we didn't see the likes of Matt Clark, we didn't see the likes of Callum Elder, we also didn't see Owen Beck, all three missing out with minor issues. And I think it's very, very interesting to keep across what could happen with Derby County. Now, I don't believe that Derby County needs to go out and get a centre-back. I don't believe we need to go out and get a left-back either. I also don't actually think we need a right-back, but I do think that you've got to take those injuries into account. You look at players like Sondre Langas, Lars-Jørgen Selverson, you look at, obviously, Ryan Niambi made his return yesterday, Joe Ward made his return yesterday, and you look at these players that are coming back to fitness and you think, we've actually got a fairly good squad available, and obviously, we've got to protect these players, we've got to look after them well and things like that, but you've also got to acknowledge the quality we've got in the building. Now, I'm not saying that Derby County need to stop looking in the transfer market. I'm not saying that players can't leave. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be making moves for new players. It is not even August yet as I'm recording this video, so there's still a lot of work to be done, and I don't think anybody should turn down and sort of dismiss any potential moves. Now, for me, I think Derby County are dying out for wingers. I think we're dying out for a number 10. And I also think that realistically, there's going to be a lot of conversation about that sort of right-back position, in my opinion. Now, for me, based on what I've seen so far during pre-season, I don't believe that Derby County need a right-back. I think, in my opinion, worst case scenario, you put Jake Rooney in there, you put Freddie Turley in there, and I think both have shown that they're more than capable of competing with the fellow senior players at Derby County. I think Jake Rooney has been absolutely phenomenal across the course of pre-season and really deserves his opportunity to make that step up to the first team, which, yes, he's made it already, obviously making his debut a couple of seasons ago under Liam Rosenior, went through a decent spell under Paul Ward in League One, and then obviously hindered with 2 massive injuries to his knee. But he's back now, he's played a vast majority of pre-season, and in my opinion, he's been one of the better performers for me, and for me, he's definitely someone that, on that opening day, I said it on Twitter last night, he has to start, because I think he's done everything right. I think he's shown his quality. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that he's going to be a starter all season, but I think he's got enough quality that if he makes that start at the start of the season, I think that he's got the ability to hold on to that position all year, even if the likes of Wilson come back, the likes of Niambi. I think he's shown that Rooney does have that capability of playing at this level, and I think we've seen it time and time again. I'm not saying that the likes of Freddie Turley and Isaac Gordon haven't shown that, but I think they've shown a little bit of naivety at times, and I think it will be interesting to see how it sort of develops over the course of the next few weeks. Obviously, there's a lot of people that have been discussing that midfield position. We obviously brought in David Ozo yesterday, which obviously we don't know fitness levels or anything like that right now. I do believe that he's gone through pretty much a standard pre-season with that of Crystal Palace, but we'll have to wait and see how many minutes he plays on Saturday. But it's very, very interesting to see the situation that Derby County now find themselves in that midfield area. I still think we need one. I think we need a proper creative midfielder. As much as I understand the idea behind Ibu Adams playing behind the striker with that extra bit of press, that extra bit of defensive output, I personally do believe it's a little bit of a waste of Ibu, and I also think it negatively impacts us going forward. But we'll have to see sort of how that develops across the course of the season. And obviously, once Andreas Weimann is fit, does it really make sense to play Adams in that 10 role? In my opinion, no. Once David Ozo is fit, you've got that midfield trio that was absolutely unbelievable for the first 2 months or so of the season last year. And John Eustace may want to get that midfield trio back together, but we're going to have to wait and see on that one. Obviously, there is a lot of discussions regarding that of Harrison Armstrong, and obviously it would be nice for Derby County to bring him back. I believe he's currently on tour with Everton, but obviously they're hoping to get some deals done across the course of the next few weeks, which could potentially open the door for a Harrison Armstrong return to Pride Park Stadium, and a return which I think many Derby County fans and even the players would be absolutely delighted with. Now, obviously, it would mean that Derby County have pretty much the same midfield options that they had last season, but ultimately, I don't think we had a bad midfield last season. I just think that fitness-wise, we lacked in areas. Obviously, Ben Osborne spent a majority of the season out. You look at David Ozo, obviously only made, I think it was 10 league appearances. And then obviously you've got the situation with Kenzo, Ibu, Tomo, where ultimately couldn't really find a real balance, and Kenzo was sort of the one that majorly struggled with that. And obviously we're going to have to wait and see how it sort of all shakes out. We don't know what other moves Derby County are going to make over the course of the next few weeks, but you then also have to look at those sort of wide positions. At the moment you've got Caden Jackson and Corey Blackett-Taylor. Now, don't get me wrong, Andy Weimann can slot into either side. Joe Ward can slot into either side. Wilson can play on the right. But I still think we need to get at least one in. I do think there's a possibility that Joe Ward becomes a winger option for us this season. I believe he did it when he was at Peterborough and they were in the Championship back when Derby County were in administration, and I believe he had a fairly good year that year. So we're going to have to sort of wait and see how it all shakes out. Obviously, injury related is going to be massive for him, but it's going to be a very, very interesting turn of events for Derby County as they look to progress into this Championship season. We're just, 9-10 days away from the opening game of the season, which is going to be absolutely huge, where Derby County face up against Stoke City. It's going to be huge and I can't wait for it. You can obviously let me know your thoughts down in the comments if you have not done so already. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell, and I'll catch you later today in my next video. I'm thinking of starting to do live watch alongs, so I've chucked a poll over on YouTube community. If you have not done so already, make sure you head on over there, vote on that poll, let me know your thoughts on the live potential watch alongs. We'll start in with this Saturday, the pre-season friendly at Pride Park Stadium, and then potentially the games I don't go to this season. So let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. There will be a poll over on YouTube community. Make sure you go and vote. Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets.